Siyabonga. Thank you very much. Isn't that powerful? She apologizes for not having a backing track. And then I wondered, what then? Then she comes and stuns me and you with such powerful delivery of music. We are talented, you know. We are powerful, you know. I said we are powerful, you know. Yes, of course. Everything we touch can be powerful. Even your trade. We are made of stenner stuff. Just lift up your head. Beat your chest up. You will see the wonders we are able to do. We dig holes and extract gold, platinum, diamond. We do it. And unfortunately, in the course of time, some of us lose their lives, such as what tragically happened last night at Impala. But the day we stretch our backs, I shudder to think what will happen. Nonetheless, let us call upon the following persons to just shortly give us highlights of what they are about. Masiqale ngo-AGRA. Siqale ngo-AGRA. Umfowethu lapha uGcabo. Umfowethu uGcabo. Ngilibiza kahle igama ngisho futhi. Amen. Ezandleni bo. Siyabonga.
Mkondo, thank you very much. All protocol observed, they say. I'm going to be brief. AGRA is an acronym for the African Game Ranchers Association. So what do? We farm with wild animals, so-called game. So we breed these animals, we sell them, we sometimes slaughter them for meat. We get people to come and hunt these animals. Sometimes they hunt through rifles, other times they hunt through the lens of a camera. They shoot them through the lens of a camera, so for the static value of these animals. We are a huge industry whose numbers I do not want to state lest I get marked. But a huge industry nonetheless. Very small, lily white industry. By that I mean that it is predominantly white and male dominated. I'll say these things. Don't ask me how I got into it. But, and there's a big thing that we are trying to transform that industry, and it is not an easy industry to transform. The barriers to entry are very high. Access to markets is a big issue. There are regulatory problems. Deputy Minister, this would be important to you. We are farmers after all, but we are regulated elsewhere. And so that brings about discord. Because at the end of the day, what is it that I do? I farm. But good to know, when you farm with wild animals, so your matters are elsewhere, quite DFFE. I used to call them EFF, but then they said, no, you can't call us then. Now, it's very important, Minister, that we raise this in your presence and for the benefit of everybody else. We are a founding member of BAF. For my sins, I'm the deputy chairperson of this organization. It is our wish that we could grow this industry. Okakulu with beneficiaries of land restitution who have received pockets and tracts of thousands of land from government, it be restitution or restoration of land. There is, however, a critical issue, and that being that there isn't sufficient support for these beneficiaries of land, it be CPAs or other forms of land ownership. And now there I'm talking about post-settlement and so on and so forth. We're finding these properties to be lying fallow. They are degenerating. We're losing value. It then says to those who owned these properties before, we told you, you see, when we had these properties in our hands, they were flourishing. Now that they've been transferred to you, something else is happening. We need to correct that. And so, because I've given this presentation before, Deputy Minister, I would not repeat that. But there's a critical positive step of development, and that being the game meat strategy that has been developed, which promises to be a huge trajectory into bringing game meat on the shelf. And thankfully, we are working with our host here, the ARC, in certain instances, who are assisting us with the science to bring about that realization. And so, DM, I just thought I would give a very brief synopsis of who AGRA is and what it is that we do. Thank you very much.